We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here above the 470 area. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 10:15 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 250% plus within an hour, guys. And you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here, and in the second half slightly pulling downwards but holding up here with a staircase effect. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bear indicator at 8:45 a.m. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness now on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area to the rip area on Friday and hitting multiple rip areas here in the last 2 days. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator here on the 30-minute chart at around the 472.50 area, after getting a bear indicator here at 473, getting canceled. But it was the first bear indicator since the bull indicator from yesterday at the 468 level, and going strong all the way into the close at 474. Now, the resistance of 475 continues to be a huge level of resistance. It has not been broken. It's been almost tested in the last 2 days. And the question mark is, could this form a double bottom, right? That's something to not ignore here within the volatility, even though a bull indicator has popped up on the 30-minute, right? So we're going to zoom out, look at the 1 hour, look at the 15-minute, and also take a look at the inflow versus outflow. So the first thing I'll be watching going into tomorrow is that resistance and how a bull indicator and staircase effect has started to form, but will it get canceled, right, by a possible bear indicator? That's what I'll be watching going into tomorrow on the 30-minute. Now, on the 1 hour, when we go ahead and zoom out here, we could see that a bull indicator has been holding strong here since the 466 level. Found support there yesterday and has been strong with this staircase effect in the last 2 days, right? No bear indicator on any of the pullbacks just yet. So I'll be watching going into tomorrow if this slight pullback continues and if a bear indicator will pop up in the bigger picture. Definitely something to not ignore here on the 1 hour chart, but bull indicator still in effect, full strength here. And could this be that double bottom at this resistance? I would not ignore that as well. It's going to be crucial for tomorrow's trading day. Now, when we zoom into the 15-minute within the volatility, we could see here how a bear indicator popped up in the first half at the 474 level. Full strength there of weakness from bright green bars to white with red borders. A full transition on 42 vision. It found support, and as it was bringing itself back up, a bull indicator popped up at 472.50, canceling out that bear indicator and pushing up a full transition upwards, right? And as we can see here, a staircase effect forming within the volatility of the 15-minute, and it's going to be crucial for it to continue to hold to justify any strength to the upside going into tomorrow and possibly retesting key resistance levels. So definitely something to not overlook. Now, we're going to take a look at the inflow versus outflows and what key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP 500 index, with inflows back above as outflows started to dominate in the first half of the day. You could see it there. Outflows hit highs here of negative 0.84, but in the middle of the day and into the second half, inflows have been dominating, and the highest that it reached was 1.72, and we could see it there in the charts. But in the second half here, outflows have began. It's really close to the midpoint and into the after hours. I would not ignore this. If it crosses going into tomorrow, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. So that is something I will be watching very closely here with the inflow versus outflows on the 30-minute. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, in the bigger picture, the outflows have been trying to dominate since yesterday, right? You could see why the chart never completely collapsed in the pre-market, even though outflows began, because it did not cross the midpoint. But here we are in the after hours, and in the middle of the day, outflows have been continuing to the downside, and it's at 0.98 of inflows. And if it continues red and crosses it, it could quickly start to turn things around here in the bigger picture. And I'll be watching that as well, as we almost have a double top here. And could it be a double top, or will it be retested and broken out from, right? So it's going to be crucial for this justification of further strength here to the upside for these inflows to switch from red to green, pull up away from the midpoint, and start to reflect that strength into these charts. So I'll be looking for that very closely going into tomorrow. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see the inflows pick back up. In the first half of the day, outflows have began, but it has not collapsed because those outflows have not crossed the midpoint, right? They flying out even though they're red, but inflows are still dominating, and I'll be watching that closely as well here in the rest of these after hours and going into tomorrow's trading day, right? In the volatility of the 15-minute. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And the first support level is the 473 area. If that gets broken through and these outflows start to the downside and reflect that weakness even further into the 30-minute, crossing the midpoint as well, the next support I'll be watching is 471.30, the lows of the day. And then below that comes the 470 to 468 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to switch from red to green, pull away from the midpoint, start to reflect that strength into these charts, retest key resistance levels, and the first one is 475. And if that gets broken through and these inflows pick up and roll over from the 15-minute to the 30-minute and the 1 hour, the next resistance I'll be watching is 477, and then above that comes 480, guys. These are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. And the inflow versus outflows, I'll be watching them very closely as they're really close to the midpoint here on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, and also on the 1 hour. They're still above even though they're red, and that's going to be crucial to not ignore going into tomorrow's volatility. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.